Hi everyone, Denise and Jack here. We're off again on another small adventure. On a hot autumn day, we made our way to Langwarrin, which is a 1-hour drive southeast of Melbourne. We arrived at Cruden farm late in the morning and was eager to explore the property. Keith Murdoch, later Sir Keith Murdoch, editor of the Herald newspaper, purchased the house and land in 1927 to be his country getaway. He was living in South Yarra at the time, and not long after brought his new bride Elizabeth to view the property. Elizabeth loved the property at first sight, so her husband immediately engaged an architect to expand the existing small house that was already there. Then, leaving it in his hands, the Murdochs travelled overseas. On return, Elizabeth was very disappointed with the expansion, but making the best of it, she set about planning and planting the garden so that the house settled into the landscape. To the right of the driveway, which is flanked on either side by a stand of 100 lemon-scented gums, is the small walled garden. Designed by Edna Walling, it has evolved over time since it was first conceived in the early 1930s. The walled garden was too hot for the fruit trees that it was originally built for, so converted by Dame Elizabeth and her gardener Michael Morrison into a flower garden. This small space, approximately 9 metres by 50 metres, is a riot of colour, and the bees and butterflies are in their element. The smell of the lemon-scented gums on this hot day add to the delight of the senses. Percy Meldrum designed the stables and dairy block and was built during the Great Depression by local men who had no other form of work. The stone was quarried at nearby Murdoch, and a stonemason by the colourful name of Old Black Tom built and oversaw the men constructing the building. The picking garden, as this area is called, holds over 300 hybrid tea roses that were planted by hand by Dame Elizabeth and Michael Morrison. And in 2001, the Dame Elizabeth Murdoch Rose was named in honour of this much-loved public figure and takes pride of place in her garden. The lake at the rear of the property is surrounded by mature trees and provides a pleasing picture of calm and tranquility on this very hot day. A few kilometres up the road from Cruden is the McClelland Sculpture Park. Set in 16 hectares of natural bushland is the gallery and restaurant. Built in the 1970s, the property has operated as a private art institution to showcase the value of Australian culture through the medium of sculpture and its connection contribution to the Australian environment. Local painter Harry McClelland and his sister Anna May, better known as Nan, built a studio on the property in the 1930s. It was a gathering place for artists and bohemians at the time. Nan was a poet and went on to host the first children's show on the ABC in the 1930s. When Harry died in 1954, Nan brought his idea of an artist gathering and exhibition space to the fore, and a group of local artists and philanthropists made it happen 15 years later. The whole collection of paintings and sculptures at the McClelland Gallery consists of over 2,600 works of art, encompassing historical, modern and contemporary decorative arts. The park has over 100 sculptures by such prestigious artists as Norma Redpath, Inga King, Ron Robertson Swan, better known for his Yellow Peril sculpture, and George Balderson, to name a few. We hope you've enjoyed this short video of the treasures of Langwarrin, and we hope to return to the area again soon.